I've been trying to be successful since I was just a little kid. And with success, I don't necessarily mean financial success, because success means something different to many different people. Like, not everybody wants to be rich, believe it or not. So, basically, like, what is success? Success is, look, this is you. And success basically means having a goal. Success basically means having a goal that you don't have right now. And that goal, it could be many different things. It could be a financial goal, and if you're watching this, it most likely is a financial goal. But this also could be a health goal, like wanting to have a six-pack or something like that, wanting to lose this many pounds. But it could also be like a relationship goal, for example, like finding a partner, etc. So since I was just a little kid, when I was like 6 years old, I wanted to become like the fastest guy in the class, or become really good at football or soccer for the American watchers. And basically, like, so that was when I was just a little kid, because back then um, you had high status if you were really fast, right? Or if you was good at football. And the then, like, when I was a little bit older, it was playing the guitar. Like, when I was like 10 years old, I started playing the guitar. And when I was just a little older, like or 14 or 16 or something like that, it turned into video games, because I wanted to become like better than my friends. And when I was 20, it started to turn into a financial goal. So basically, I've been trying to be like successful. That basically means having a goal, something that you don't have right now, and trying to get it. Um, I've been trying to do that for like my entire life. And I noticed some patterns. I noticed some patterns that is necessary, that is required if you want to become successful. And if you want to become successful, you basically need three things. First of all, what you need is consistency. Because without consistency, you can't build momentum, and without momentum, like, you will never see those exponential results you've been looking for. Now, what else do you need? Really important. You need commitment. Most people overlook commitment. Like, if you want to have a goal, like whatever it is, you need to actually commit, because it takes a while to get there, and you will face a lot of challenges. And if you are not committed to it, then you will quit, or you will pivot, or whatever. Third thing you need is patience, because success takes time. It takes time, and like, and it is good that it takes time, because like, imagine if you could achieve your goal like tomorrow. What would be the fun in that? Like, the whole grind, the whole trying, the whole um the countless of failures, the struggle, that is what makes success meaningful. Like, because if you get it immediately, then you don't value it, you don't really appreciate it. But if you went through so much struggle and then you get it, then you will appreciate it even more. So these are the three things that are required to achieve any goal. And most people, they basically lack all three. They aren't consistent, they are by far not committed, and they are also not patient. And basically, here's what happens. this is what I see happen with a lot of people, and this is why most people, they never succeed. Like, first of all, what happens is this: there are many options, right? When somebody wants to be successful, or when somebody like has a goal and he needs to pick a business model or needs to create an offer, you need to choose something first of all. So yeah, like they compare, like, oh no, maybe this option is not so great, maybe this option is not so great, this option, they choose something. Then what happens is they are really excited, because they think, oh, this is the thing that will make me successful, this will be my breakthrough moment. Like in the beginning, like you think, oh, this is perfect, because then they will likely have heard a lot of creators, for example, who are successful with this thing. So this looks a bit scary. That's better. So they are really happy about the thing that they choose, because other people have done it, right? Like other creators, and they think, ah, this is amazing, I will make 50K per month, like, easily. Then what happens is they encounter like a roadblock or like a wall. They counter a wall or a roadblock, and then they think, how do I get around this? And because this always happens, like the way this to success, like the bigger the goal, the harder it will be to get there. So if you arrive here and you see a massive wall and you don't know how to get around it, then what do most people do? They see another shiny object, basically, because like this is still challenging to get around it, and then they choose something new. And the cycle basically happens all over again. So they see a shiny object, they choose the shiny object, then they think, oh, this will work, then they hit a challenge or roadblock, and then they pivot to something else. And this constantly keeps happening. And I know this because it happened to me a lot of the time. It happened to the people who in my network. Like literally, I saw so many people quit because of this. They don't know how to get around it. Then they choose a new offer, a new business model, or like a new shiny tactic, strategy, or whatever. And it is normal that it happens. And because, like, why I'm going to share with you as well. So there is this theory, actually. Like this is common. This is a common theory. It is called it is called the Dunning-Kruger effect. This is your competence. Basically, like, your competence is your skill level. Like, how good are you in the things that you do, for example. How much knowledge do you have about it? Like, that is your competence. And here is your this is your confidence. Like, how confident you are that this will actually work, and how good you are at this thing. And this is basically what happens when you start something new and you start to improve. For example, you start here and then you go really high, because like you think, oh, this is amazing, this will work. But then this peak is basically this is Mount Stupid. You think you're the shit, but basically you are not the shit, because there are many different challenges, many different roadblocks that you haven't experienced. Then after this, and you still are not rich, then the challenges will appear, right? There will be bottlenecks that are appearing, something that here you weren't realizing. So then your confidence goes back down and you will end up here. This is basically the valley of despair. This is basically here the valley of despair. And when people reach this point, they had all of the confidence, and then they think, no, I don't know how to get around this roadblock or challenge. Then what do most people do? They quit and they pivot. They pivot again. So they start something new. They are really confident. They reach Mount Stupid, and then they go into the valley of despair. They rethink their life choices. Should I pivot to AI? Maybe that is a new shiny object I should go into. And then they quit. But then once they are here, they do the same thing, and they can never escape this cycle, right? Like what we just talked about. But what I am the message basically of this video is commitment and patience, because that is so unbelievably important. Because what starts to happen is you will reach the valley of despair, but eventually you will start to go a bit up again, like even after this huge valley, and you will reach here the slope of enlightenment. Basically here what starts to happen is your competence will starts to go over, because you are being able to solve more problems. And like every bottleneck, every challenge that you encounter, it is possible to get around it. It is possible because other people have done it as well. And if they are able to do it, then why can't you? Like they are humans too. So every bottleneck you can get around it. You just have to stay consistent, stay committed, and stay patient. And then eventually it starts to go up. And then here, right here, is basically the plateau. Of sustainability. Here is the plateau of sustainability, and this is where you want to go to, because if you are here, your competence is high and your confidence is also high, and this is where you will make money. This is where you will become successful, and basically like you can automate things, and then you can start like a new challenge, because you're never done with learning. Even if you reach here, you can just start something else. But here you have achieved your goal, and you can just move on with high competence and high confidence. So yeah, like if you are just starting out, know that the first part is probably the Mount Stupid. You're very arrogant, you have a high ego, but you will be humbled. You will be humbled eventually by challenges, by bottleneck, and you don't know how to get around it. Then Valley of Despair. This is tough. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. Like you will have constant doubt, have constant fears, have always like concerns, but just don't quit. Stick it out until there is a slope of enlightenment and then plateau of sustainability. Because the truth is, everything works, right? If other people have done it, so can you. And you just have to stick it out by being consistent, by being consistent, committed, and patient. So yeah, good luck. Bye.